Welcome back to my channel, people. I am very excited to make this video today. So, between all of the noise going on in the cryptocurrency market, Ethereum has started to get its shine time. As you can see here, earlier today, Ethereum passed the $4,000 mark, currently declined back to around 3,900. But generally, you can see that the dominance of Ethereum in this case is closer to 20% of the cryptocurrency market now, which is very, very exciting. So today we want to talk about what is coming up in terms of upgrades to the Ethereum network and how this is going to be pushing Ethereum forward as a deflationary asset, which is one of the most important characteristics that Bitcoin currently holds in the market in terms of what makes it very dominant as an asset. So, getting right into the information today, we're going to start off talking about EIP-1559. So, basically, this is an upgrade that is supposed to launch in July. Now, you're asking, what is EIP-1559? EIP-1559, as you can see, was proposed by the founder of Ethereum in 2018. And basically, this is a system that takes away the power from miners as Ethereum moves on to the proof of stake. The best part about this proposal is what it does is it reduces the fee from Ethereum's network. So, as you can see here, it will also introduce a fee burn model for each transaction. And this is going to add the deflationary elements to Ethereum. So currently in Ethereum, as you can see here, the circulating supply is going to continue to increase over time as more coins are being mined. The benefit of having Bitcoin is there is a hard cap on the amount of Bitcoins that could ever circulate the market. But Ethereum doesn't have that same quality because the cap is indefinite, pretty much infinite. So what EIP-1559 does is it basically burns Ethereum over time based off of transactions that are going through. And what this does is it reduces the amount of Ethereum that is going to be out and available. So instead of having a hard cap, it is basically reducing the amount of Ethereum over time. As you can see here, this is the price of gas in the US dollar terms versus when you're making transactions with Ethereum. And as you can see, as volume is increased over time because of more awareness of Ethereum, and that's going to continue to be the case because Ethereum is just getting more popular and having more usage over time. So this is going to be an exponential problem, as you can see here, as we continue to move forward. So this is a solution to help balance the fees. So the solution of EIP-1559, it makes transaction fees more predictable. So what it does is right now in the market, the fees is pretty much set by whatever the market demands. So if the Ethereum network is clogged up, the fees are extremely high because in order to validate that transaction, you basically have to pay top dollar priority fees. In this case, what we're going to be transitioning to is going to be a base fee. And it's going to be more predictable because it's going to be a standard across the board. And also, we're going to see reduced and delays of transaction confirmation because the speed should be more consistent. And as you can see, this is going to overall improve the user experience by automating the fee bidding system. So since it's going to be a standard fee, it's not going to be a bidder style model. Is EIP-1559 good for Ethereum? Here are some points that makes this a good proposal. First things first, it improves the overall experience, as we said, and could lead to higher adoption of the margin. So as we know, the fees are extremely high. Sometimes when I want to make transactions, I opt for Binance because it's cheaper and I use that to make my transactions. But if the case is where Ethereum's fees are more reasonable, it stimulates the economy and the ecosystem more because it allows Ethereum to easily flow through the network, people to transact easier without having to worry about the high fees. Second point is an argument basically saying that if we are burning these base fees, it internalizes the revenue in ETH that miners currently make, which miners currently make billions of dollars every single year from just mining. And basically, why this is the case is because when you're burning these Ethereum, what you're doing is you're reducing the supply on the market. And the demand, as the demand continues to grow for Ethereum, that value that is being burnt is essentially distributed to the rest of the network, to every other Ethereum coin out there, because the value also increases as the supply decreases. The third point here is inflation. So this is the one big problem that a lot of Bitcoin holders have against Ethereum. Bitcoin is meant to be a anti-inflation asset because there is a hard cap. Again, more than 21 million Bitcoins cannot be created. So this makes it very enticing because once you hit that number, you know you can't print more. And this is why big time holders like billionaires and the rest are buying into Bitcoin, because it does have that value. Whereas Ethereum, on the other hand, in this current stage, has not been able to pass that yet. So basically, Ethereum is going to continue to be mined over time, and there is no hard cap. But EIP-1559 makes it deflationary, right? Because we will be burning the base fees, right? Because that's going to be burnt over time. We're talking about millions and millions of Ethereum coins every single year that will be burnt. So what that's going to do is it's going to reduce the amount of coins that are circulating, and that is going to be extremely huge, which makes Ethereum a more attractive asset for wealth, because it brings the argument that Bitcoin is a better asset and it kind of diminishes it, especially seeing that Ethereum has long-term value outside of just asset management and its utility. So I just wanted to bring all these pieces together and talk a little bit about what Ethereum will mean for the cryptoverse. So as we know today, Ethereum is the epicenter of innovative use cases like decentralized finance and NFTs. These two very, very huge aspects of Ethereum brings a lot more utility and applications to the blockchain and cryptoverse, because it adds more use cases where people are able to do their everyday transactions through the blockchain and transact directly with each other without having to deal with a middleman. And we talked about how this compares to Bitcoin as an investment asset. When this EIP-1559 is introduced, I think it would make Ethereum a more attractive asset than Bitcoin, because one, it has the deflationary characteristic that Bitcoin has, and second, it has the utility where it has a large ecosystem integrating so many different application and use cases, like we mentioned, bringing a lot of usage, a lot of people, and a lot more to the ecosystem. When we think of the big picture and the new economy, we see there is a lot of institutional pushes for Ethereum now. So now we have, I think, 3 ETFs in Canada that were just introduced that is focused on Ethereum. So this basically opens the gate to big, big money. We're talking billions of dollars net worth individuals that are starting to see Ethereum as a possibility for investment now. Bitcoin was the crack on the door. If you know of the foot in the door phenomenon from psychology, a lot of people were very, very critical about the cryptocurrency market because there was no saying where it was going. But a lot of people started to invest in Bitcoin, and that basically was a foot in the door phenomenon where we see that they budged a little bit and they kind of accepted Bitcoin, which leads them now to accepting Ethereum, because the use case and the value behind it is more recognizable, seeing that they're now starting to understand how the cryptocurrency and blockchain world works. The other point I wanted to make is a lot of what happens in the cryptocurrency market today is based off of something called Bitcoin halving. And this is what has been driving this cryptocurrency market very crazy in the past year. But the interesting thing now is Ethereum is starting to break out of the shadow of Bitcoin a little bit. I'm excited to see what happens if Ethereum is going to have its own foothold in the market, where it's not going to be just running off of the fumes of Bitcoin anymore, and maybe it's going to start to run on its own. Seeing as every single one of these are their own blockchains, it's very interesting that, I mean, they're compared, which is, it makes sense to compare them. But the truth is, these are very two different blockchains. So they are two different entities entirely. And it's very interesting that one is running on fumes on the other when it comes to investment. The interesting thing I want to see in the future is whether Ethereum would be able to gather its own strength to move its own market by itself without relying on fluctuations from Bitcoin. As we all know, Bitcoin is at the forefront of the cryptocurrency and blockchain world, and it's always going to remain somewhere at the top. It's just very exciting to see technological advancement projects do well. I'm very excited for the Ethereum project, excited to see when they launch proof of stake, as well as the EIP-1559. Once again, this is going to be a very exciting year for Ethereum holders, as well as the Ethereum network. I will be keeping you all updated on changes that are happening over time as we go through them. Once again, it was your boy Elijah bringing you just quick updates on the cryptoverse, especially Ethereum. Congrats to all the Ethereum holders for passing the $4,000 mark today. It was your boy Elijah. If you like this video, definitely smash that like button and definitely share this with people you think might find it insightful as well. Drop down in the comment section. Let me know how long you've been holding Ethereum for and how long do you think you're going to continue to hold. This $4,000 mark kind of seems like a very high point. Will you be selling your Ethereum or are you going to continue to hold for the long term? Let me know down in the comment section below. I want to have a conversation about that. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe because I'll be bringing a lot more updates and a lot more fun conversations to you. It was your boy Elijah again, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Don't speak to no one but the facts to the mass.